Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Richie and yeah, it's been a little while. It's been probably a good 3 to 4 to 5 months since I uploaded a video, and I do apologize for that. A lot of things have happened in between then, but as I've said, as I promised to everybody, I'm never gonna stop making videos, but there may be some increased gaps depending on what's going on in my life, and at the moment that's full-time work in uni. But apart from that, we've got a new phone, and well, it's not really new, it's 6 months old. It's been released 6 months old, but it's new to me, and I recently picked up a green 13 Pro. A couple of reasons, which I'll get into on this video, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to look back and actually, you know, first of all, make a video about a phone, because I haven't done that in a while, and also kind of a 6-month reflection on the 13 series of phones. As you may have recalled, I was daily driving a 13 mini alongside a Z Fold3. I'm selling the Z Fold3, the novelty's kind of worn off, and I just not really am getting a lot of use out of it, so I thought it would be a bit pointless, and at the moment this is kind of my daily carry. One's kind of primarily my main phone here with the 13 Pro, and then this is kind of a backup secondary phone, work phone type deal. And it works really well for me. So also, why didn't I go for the 13 Pro Max? Well, I thought that the 13 Pro Max would have been way too big. It's really thick, it's really big, and you know, after using this phone, I've just kind of felt like, hey, maybe I don't actually need a big phone anymore. Like, back in the days, you'd always want to get the biggest phone, your biggest and baddest phone, you got the best camera, best battery life, but this has everything. This does everything that the 13 Pro Max does, except has a smaller screen and less battery life. But those are the two things that I don't really need. Like, this 6.1-inch screen is big enough for me. Maybe it could be a little bit, like, I really like the size of the XS Max and the 11 Pro Max. I thought that was good. Maybe just a tad, like in between, this size in between the 11 Pro Max. I think that would be the ideal size for me, but we don't have that, so this is the next best thing, and I'm really liking it. Also, by the way, if I sound sick, I am recovering from COVID-19. I caught the COVIDs, finally caught up with me after 3 jabs in 3 years. I'm on day 6 of isolation, so getting there, definitely at the tail end. I feel a lot better than what I did a few days ago, so that is fantastic. But yeah, probably wouldn't want to wish it on anyone. It's not fun. It's not fun staying in your room for 7 days. I'm on my day 6, but yeah, I'm looking forward to get back into things and like actually feeling like a proper human being. Anyways, let's take this one out of the picture, and I want to try and make this one not like my kind of full thoughts that I did on the Fold 3 and the Mini, but basically just a quick rundown of how this phone's held up, and how I found using it over the past couple of weeks. So what I don't like, first of all, the price is not cheap phone. This was $2,000 for 256. I mean, you know, it's phone prices are getting up there. $2,000 New Zealand, by the way, if you're watching from anywhere else. Yeah, pretty expensive, but you gotta pay to play. And then the second thing that I don't like is I hate that Apple came out with this color in the middle of the product lifecycle. Like, if this dropped as a launch color, I definitely would have bought it at launch. I love green. Green is my favorite color, and I will buy anything to do with green. Actually, I'll see if I can find, bear with me for one moment. Found it. So pretty much this is back when they didn't even know it was going to be called 13. Like, this color leaked and I was like, damn, if they make it in this color, I'll cop. I don't think this is quite the color that Apple went with, the Alpine Green, but it is damn close. And it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I've been rocking it without a case for whenever I can, just because it's so beautiful. And no, this will not get a debrand skin like my other phones normally do. But yeah, no, I'm really liking the color. It is fantastic. Kind of to do with the cosmetics, things that I don't like. This phone is a fingerprint magnet, especially on the side rails. They're gorgeous in like kind of this dark green, but they pick up some mad fingerprints. I already caught a little scuff on mine, if you can see that there. I have no idea how that happened, because when you lay it on flat, this is the last corner to touch anything. But nevertheless, I got something very minor, but you know, it is what it is. It's what happens when you use a phone. And I hate that the camera rings pick up mad dust, and you have to, like, especially if you put it in a jeans pocket or something, you have to constantly like get a microfiber cloth and brush out the dust, or get like a little paintbrush or dusting brush type deal and you know, at the moment it's looking okay, but it builds up and it's really annoying. So I'm thinking maybe I might just skin the camera edge and then leave the green for all its glory, or who knows. But yeah, I wish they went with like kind of matte sides on the stainless steel like they did with the iPhone 4 and 4S. But yeah, I wonder if they can keep the green finish. Who knows, maybe something for the 14 Pro that they can consider. And yeah, the screen gets some mad fingerprints on it. Ceramic shield hasn't held up too well on my 13 mini. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. Let me just get a cloth. I don't know if this will focus well, but essentially I've got some scratches like here and on the top, maybe from sliding it in and out of like scrapes the metal on my jeans, but you know, it is what it is. As I said, it's a phone. It's gonna get scratched. If you want to protect it, get a screen protector, get a case or whatever, and you won't have these problems. But I like to feel the phones. I love the way this thing feels, especially like brand new, like the stainless steel coating. You know, I don't know if anyone's owned an iPhone Pro, 12 Pro or 13 Pro, the stainless steel, it feels different from when it's new. Like when you have clean hands in the clean phone, like it just feels real grippy and you know, it feels real. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll know you know what I'm talking about if you've ever experienced one of these brand new phones, and then after a while the coating kind of wears off and it kind of just feels like meh. But you know, enjoy the phone while it's brand new and it's glorious. And then getting on to the things that I do like about this phone, let's give it another quick wipe down because fingerprints in that. I love one of the first things that I noticed on this phone is ProMotion, and my goodness, this thing is so nice to use. And like, you know, it took Apple a really long time to get a ProMotion screen into one of the iPhones, but they finally did it and they have done it very, very well. Like a lot of high refresh rate displays, like, you know, you notice them for a bit and then after that it kind of just wears off. At least that's what my experience was. And then like with this iPad Pro, like I kind of could go either way with the ProMotion on it. And then I went to the MacBook Pro 14-inch, and you know, the ProMotion on that was cool, but I could still get by and use a 60Hz monitor. I didn't really notice a difference. But going from this phone to like my iPhone mini or any of my previous iPhones or another Galaxy phone without 60Hz or without 120Hz, it's just a night and day difference. This feels so buttery smooth and it just adds to the overall fluidness of iOS. I absolutely love the display. I don't think I could ever go back to a non-ProMotion phone now, which is really annoying. I haven't had a chance to check out the cameras, but I imagine it is a 13 Pro. It's going to be fantastic with video. This one does the ProRes video, cinematic mode, all that fun stuff. I'll probably never use ProRes video. Cinematic mode, I haven't used that. I haven't used it on my mini. I don't think I'll use it on this. I usually use it to record like 4K 30, use it as like a B cam whenever I'm shooting like podcasts and stuff. Shout out to the boys at Catch Up Podcast, doing some stuff with them this year. But no, the cameras are fantastic, and I'm actually really glad to have a telephoto lens back. And I never thought I'd say that, but that is something I miss when I was using the mini. And I normally am just an ultra wide and wide kind of guy, but no, turns out that, you know, the telephoto lens does have its uses. Battery is fantastic on this. I haven't had a problem with it. I'm usually tethered to power. I'm either using the MagSafe battery pack and I had to change it between the mini and this, or, you know, it totally lasts a day. Like I can take it off the charger at 90% and by the end of the day it'll still be on 50 or 40. That being said, I'm not super heavy on my phone, especially when I'm at work, but still really good. And yeah, no, this phone is fantastic. I think it's a bit of a tough sell unless you're someone like me and you really like the color to buy one now. If you need a phone now, yeah, sure, why not? Go for it. 13 Pro is the best iPhone that you can buy. I think that it's the best iPhone for people that are heavy into the phones and like you actually do use the thing, you do use it as a camera, you want the pro features. Otherwise, there are plenty of other good options on the market, not even just iPhones, Android phones and stuff. But yeah, it's a bit of a tough sell mid-life cycle unless you really want this color. Otherwise, yeah, maybe wait for the 14 Pro if you can, because that's gonna maybe get rid of the notch and add a couple of other features. But to be honest, like, you know, the phones are getting so good these days that if you need one, just buy one. But yeah, no, I'm really liking this phone. and I'm a bit puzzled as to why it took me so long to realize that I should have just gone with this all along. But maybe it's just the color that took me, made me come to the realization to say, hey, maybe I should just go buy a 13 Pro and use that instead of a max phone or a mini phone. Like, these two extremes that I have been at over the past 2 years. It's really interesting though. Like, I'm the type of person that loves to experiment. I want to know what a big phone's like. I want to know what a small phone's like. This is obviously the sweet spot for everyone, and you know, it's no wonder why Apple makes these phones these sizes, especially for the most popular models, which is the 13, which a lot of people have and a lot of people love, and the 13 Pro. Now, if you want the biggest, baddest phone, best battery life, big screen, yeah, go for the Max, but this is what most people will love and want. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, as I've mentioned in previous videos, the Mini is no longer going to be a thing, so I'm going to keep this one around a long time, because I do love this phone still. It's got a soft spot in my heart, and you know, it's small, it doesn't have ProMotion, but you know, it's really nice to carry around. I still use it at the gym when I can go to the gym. Instead of carrying around this, because it's big and bulky, and like, you know, not really too afraid to drop this, and I've got more cases for this than I do for this, and it's like, yeah, this one's just a nicer phone for an active lifestyle when you're running around and you're doing busy things. Just to kind of slip this in your pocket and go is really nice. But yeah, who knows, I'm probably going to go back to a Max phone eventually. I'm really interested to see what the 14 Max, like the non-Pro Max, is going to be like. And who knows, maybe eventually I'll get back into a Pro Max phone and kind of rave about that again. But yeah, that's the nature of iPhones, and they're not very interesting phones, but they just work and they're fantastic at what they do. They're really great for video recordings, photos. They're good, but the Android phones are probably better with the high megapixels and more features than that. But if you want a phone that works, you can't go wrong with either or. And if you know, relying on certain apps and certain things to go about your personal and business life, then yeah, look no further. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what kind of Android phones are coming out later, and maybe getting into one of those, but for the most part, I don't really see myself switching anytime soon. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling on. Thought I'd just get a quick video out there, not a quick one, but a video out there, just to say, hey, I'm still alive, I'm still into tech, and yeah, I also have a really exciting trip planned overseas to Australia in June, so I'm going to be bringing my camera. Probably won't be doing the whole pulling out all the stops and vlogging and that, but just want to capture some things and capture my first trip back post-COVID, going to Brisbane for the first time, so that'll be exciting. So yeah, that's the kind of content that I've got planned, but apart from that, until new tech or new phone arrives and I go ahead and buy it, might be a little bit of radio silence. I'm also doing work for the Catch Up podcast, which I mentioned earlier as well, so that's taken up a lot of my creative space. But yeah, until then, thank you guys for sticking around, really appreciate it. Thanks for watching me rambling in my nasally voice and listen to what I have to say. But yeah, more videos to come. As I said, you know, I'm just gonna try and put these out whenever I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. I've clearly not done this in a long time, and I have no idea how to end the video, so before I start rambling on anymore, peace.